Yesterday we had a dry-ish first session, but we were on intermediates because there was still quite a few damp places around the track. And then the second session, FP2, was fully dry, so that was nice. Just get out on fresh tyres and see what we could do on it. So yeah, there's a couple of changes we need to make to the bike. I was getting a bit of chatter in some of the corners, so it was a case of dialing that out a little bit. Hopefully, for qualifying today, maybe we'll look at the data, I think, after this session in a little bit and see if there's any other refinements that we want to do. This is Kyle. He's my Arai guy. I think he's probably done my helmet by now. Hello, dude.
So basically, like as I am now, so helmet will come in, especially with this circuit, with the flies, so they'll come in, they'll get a good clean. Visor will be taken off, check all inside the visor, make sure that's all clean, so you've got a good vision. Clean all the front, put fresh tear-offs on, and
good to go?
Good to go.
Yeah, it's bad around here, isn't it? I was just saying to Joe earlier, my bike was covered in flies, wasn't it? And then I used both tear-offs in the session there, and then even at the end I still had a shitload of flies on the visor.
So a tear-off is basically a thin piece of plastic, as you can see on this helmet here. The white tucks under the tab on the actual visor, so that's your tear-off post. And then once you put that on, we always tape it down just to stop any wind from getting in, because if you get any wind in there, basically it distorts your vision and you'll see it flapping about. And then all we do is we stagger the tape, so your tape will go further back, just so when they tear it off, it doesn't get the 2 layers of tape, and if you put 2 layers over, it will take both tear-offs in one go. So you don't want that to happen either. Cam has always come through every year with a different design, and they're always out there, so I'm waiting to see his new one.
Yeah, we've got a new Arai this year, which is being sprayed at the moment, so we'll see that. I think we'll do a little reveal maybe later in the year. But I said to Kyle, it's like my previous ones but on steroids, so hopefully you'll like it even more than the previous ones.
Yeah, that's it. We'll have to wait and see. But well, yeah, I can't really say that. I'll get shot.
I'll pop round later. Oh, sure. Let's get it. I'll have a quick word with Tom. My pal Tom.
Good to see you. Well done today.
Thank you very much.
Well done today.
Yeah. I've got my little camera crew here. So maybe, because I used to ride for these guys, so if you want a quick word.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Yeah, no, come on, get Tom involved. He's made it.
Is that all right? That better?
Yeah, that's cool. Well, because obviously, yeah, I used to ride for you guys, didn't I?
18, we did an endurance race together, wasn't it, at Donington?
I think 17 endurance and then 18.
17, sorry, yeah.
Aston Road. So
we did the 8-hour endurance. It was you and an Ash in 17, and then 18 you joined us, and then 19 as well.
Yeah.
You got our first podium.
Got their first podium,
Yeah,
but we've been good pals ever since.
Team's first podium.
Yeah.
What was it, Silverstone, wasn't it?
I was Silverstone, yeah, that was quite a few years back now.
That was first round 2019.
First round 2019.
Oh, dear, I was looking at photos of that the other day. That was quite funny, actually.
Oh, from back then?
Yeah.
The little...
No, just you trying to undo that champagne bottle.
God, we don't need to know about that. we don't need that on camera.
No, that's fine. I won't embarrass them with that. Oh, I have got a video.
I think there's plenty of clips. First podium with them.
He was still only blooming 19, and it was the first 18 or 19. It's the first time he tried to open a bottle of champagne on the podium, and the next race had started, and he was still up there. But you got it, and you got it sussed.
We got there eventually. Yeah.
But mate, you've had enough champagne bottles since.
Oh yeah, it's been all right, hasn't it? Since.
Your dad tried to show you blooming at Donington.
And he couldn't do it, could he?
No.
He was there trying to pop it, and awful, horrendous.
Oh, that was funny. Oh, bless you.
Yeah, quality was all right. We started out on a used tyre, just to put a couple of laps in, get a banker in, and then we stuck sort of a new tyre in middle of the session to then go out, make the most of a new tyre and try and put in a quicker lap. So it went all right. Didn't quite hit the time I wanted to, which was 1:39. We got into a very low 1:40, and then I was showing Joe the times earlier, and I got to, my ideal was in the 1:39s, which is where I wanted to be. So I think it was one of those where I was just trying probably a little too hard, which round this place, the harder you try, the more you force it, and then the slower you go. So that's kind of, I think, in my head, that's what happened. And so, yeah, I didn't quite get to where I wanted to be, but with 22nd overall on the grid, get those elbows out. And if I can get anything like the start I had in Navarra, I'll be laughing. I think I made up like 8 places off the line, yeah. So a lot of the lads, they did the test here on Thursday, and that was quite a nice day, whereas we didn't do that, sort of because of budget. So it's arguably my second dry session here this weekend, was the qualifying. So I'll take that, to be fair, and I know comfortably I'll be able to get in the 39s in a race, so.
Yeah, bugger off. You're making me, anxious. So, me and Cameron met. He was racing for Joan Stalling Racing, which is my granddad's team. That's how we met. I didn't fancy him at first. He'll tell you that I did fancy him, but I didn't. And then we got together in 2020. I made every single move. He was the most pansiest person ever. I mean, I don't even fancy him now. I'm only in it for the money, really.
How do I sit? Can you sit? Yeah.
There we go. So,
See, I feel so much better already.
so he's my dad. I'm actually 16 years old. And he's 42.
Right to survive.
What's our favourite time of the day? When it ends? Yeah. Dinner time, yeah. Hammer time.
Suki's nice and clean. Wheels are ready to go. Desperados locked in.
Qualifying went okay, actually. Very consistent laps. She battered it down a little bit. Not quite what we wanted to be, where we wanted to be, but just tried a little bit too hard, really, wasn't it? Obviously, Ollie and I put together a great bike, as we always do. You know, something that works and can do the job. Yeah.
Doing well, considering it's a new bike. He's doing well. He's learning everything that he needs to learn.
Suki's looking good off the start in Spain, so we can jump.
We know she's got the ability to do that, so hopefully you have the ability to.
Look forward to it.
During a race weekend, Cameron is very chill. Everybody else around us is all stressed, but Cameron is very, very, very chill, to the point where he could potentially be horizontal.
So me and Barker's make sure everything's ready for Cam to not have to think about anything really. I mean anything other than getting on the bike.
The first race weekend, or just the first race of every single season that I've been with him, I've cried because I've been that nervous. And then it sort of gets better towards the end, but when he goes out racing, I'll face against the garages, cross my fingers, cross my toes, and I won't look at anything until the race is done. That's literally it.
Yeah, our plan is to stand in pit lane.
Watch nervously, and then get to Parc Ferme for him when he finishes.
Bag ready at all times.
Ready for red flag. Hope he can piece it all together and get a decent race out of it. I'll be honest with you, out of any race, all I really hope for that he has a really good time and he enjoys it. It's probably the biggest thing, because if you're not enjoying it, it's pointless. So yeah, it's just about you having a good time, enjoying the race, get out there, we learn something, we get data out of it, off we go.
Yeah, so braking markers on Ireland's good now. Speed into Ireland is very good. Throttle pickup. Yeah, I was going to say initial throttle pickup's good, but just not opening the throttle hard enough initially. Yeah. So
well, that looks better than in terms of corn speed and everything.
It's a lot better, yeah.
The whole thing of what I've made up there, I've probably lost more on the way out, haven't I?
Oh, you have. I mean, if you look, that's what you made up, and then that's what you've lost.
Yeah.
So it's definitely costing you more. rushing the entry on that one.
Right, I think we're in the spot then. Just got to work
Yeah.
on those bits.
Okay.
Driving to Shell Oils as shown there. See what happens. I think I'm on the outside. I'm on the outside, so I probably will do the tactic of going around the outside into turn 1.
Yeah.
And then just see where we end up from there. Hopefully get a good launch.
Yeah, well, like I say, if the guys around you lap times aren't that different, then it could potentially be quite a good battle, couldn't it? So,
Yeah. Especially if I can make some inroads and then maybe get onto the next group. But I think ultimately, if I can do a good time, that will put me in a better place for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then that should then start me higher up, which would be good. So yeah.
Definitely.
Every time, obviously that's like my second dry session.
Yes.
So this is another dry session, which
Yeah, it's not been a lot of dry time, has there?
so I'll put some more data in the bank and keep us growing on the bike.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Sweet. Well, I think that's
All right.
everything then. Thank you very much.
All right.
Ugh.
So I think for the coming race this afternoon, it's only a sprint, so won't have to worry too much about tyre. It'll just be a case of go as fast as you can for 12 laps or however long it is. It's one of those where you can have a plan, sometimes you have a plan A, B and C, but then sometimes it never works out that way, so we'll just see what happens really. But I've got an idea in my mind as to what I want to be doing into the first round. Today as a whole I think was really positive. In qualifying we made some good steps with the bike, but also we managed to get close to the 39s qualifying. My ideal was in the 39s, so we knew today in the race that we should be able to get in the 39s, which we managed towards the end of that race actually, but it was quite a good battle with a few of the Supersports. And I think gradually we're getting more and more comfortable on the bike. Throughout that whole race it was low 140s, dips into 39s towards the end there, so that's positive in terms of like tyre life. Definitely a step in the right direction, and we are definitely getting more comfortable with the bike, which is really positive. And everyone's done a great job today. The bike's been perfect in terms of setup. I had no issues. In that group I think I was with Asher Durham and Carter Brown I think, and I came out on top in that one. So tomorrow the aim will be to do the same. I've got a wicked start in that one, so exactly the same plan again, go from there. And we were 16th overall in Supersport, so if we can go one better and get a point tomorrow, that'll be a nice positive end to the weekend.